Alright, guys. We're back. Got a newish hot takes thread. I saw a couple of quotes on this and I was like, whatever. We could jump into one. Next week, I think that there's a good chance there's not going to be a lot going on, right? Because just, again, for those that click here, I do think we're probably going to see the Part 2 LR on the 16th, is the day we have circled at the moment. So, quite a bit of time. In about uh 19 hours, we should see EZA Trunks' details, probably. So, we'll see. Hot take thread, this will be my last one. Dude, my last hot take thread until after the 11th anniversary. God damn, they gotta limit themselves now with these hot take threads. Alright. And, of course, I saw my beloved up here, Iron, and I was like, oh, we gotta do a video. Dude, look at him. Look at him. What an angel. Tempted to say AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's most underrated top 10 unit in the game. I could see it. I feel like, well, okay. I was gonna say I feel like I don't really see much talk about him, but then again, when Goma, was new, right? Remember, I did the video that the French players were not as high on Goma as, like, I don't know, like the American players or whatever you want to say, right? This video right here. But like anyone who wasn't saying Goma is one, it was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's who I saw them saying was one. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, amount of disrespect I see put on his name is crazy. I saw this too, like when he first came out, but I don't really see, I don't see like agenda posting with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Does seem to me like most people just understand he's like super broken, like top 5 level easily, and they, that's pretty much it. Unless you go out of your way to sabotage him, he'll not die. That's mostly true, yep. Most explosive unit in the game. Turn 1, at the start, yeah. I mean, you could also say this is Trunks and Goten, like deeper in the fight, but like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta turn 1, yeah, that's true. In my opinion, he's too higher than the blues. I can't get him over the blues. I mean, maybe that... I would try to live in the here and now rather than, but like in like 6 months or 8 months or something like that. The blues will definitely out-age him. But, again, I'd like to focus in on like what's going on right now. One of the only characters who can consistently tank Supreme Magnificent Battle Gohan after turn 4. Yeah, I mean, I had him once tank Gohan turn 6 without the Dragon Fist up. It was pretty impressive. I mean, yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he's crazy. They're in the argument for weakest anniversary headliners on release, if you take into account their performance in new content. That's probably true. It is true. Yeah. They gapped the game. There was huge power creep. Zero complaints how good they made the two. That they were victims almost every single tough red zone boss. Yeah. I mean, they also, like, they were, like, trading wins and losses with bosses back then. Remember, a lot of it had to do with the red zone power creep, which did kill, like, 90% of the game. I've mentioned this many times, but 2025 and 2022, these years feel very similar in that the first 6 months of characters, in the grand scheme of things, ended up not amounting to very much. And then the back half of the year was just murderer's row of, like, great characters. It's very similar, right? The only difference is 2025 kind of, like, switched up halfway through the year. Like, we built all these characters for long fights, and you need to be good in long fights to actually now turn 1 matters. Whereas in 2022, it was just that they released 6 months of crappy characters. ROF Blues and, Raditz and Goku and Piccolo and stuff. And then they got to, like, Golden Frieza and Vegeta and Trunks, and they kicked their ass in gear. I understand the point that's being made right here. Don't recall many anniversary LRs amount of error being fish in the new fights. Yeah, it is pretty much just them. I mean, because Extreme Super Battle Road dropped, in March? And the Blue Fusions were in January, so, yeah. This fight is the skill check that decides if a team is top tier or not. Can be beaten with a variety of wacky setups. So much RNG involved. Hybrids can only be beaten with the best setups. I mean, I don't know. okay, not top tier, sure. I mean, the Android team is not, like, Diamond Goku's team is better, the Blues team is better, GT Heroes is better, right? Like, Omega's team is better. Like, yeah. Like, I don't know that we're all arguing that. I didn't, I mean, I didn't have the most trouble ever, I don't think, in this fight. Like, so let's jump in here. Here, let's mute. So it's the next one. Okay, so we jump in here. Like how many, what do we come in here? Let's see, so we're still on attempt 1. So we die once. Who dies? What dies right here? This is 16, the friend 16. Disgusting. This friend 16 was link level 1. I remember being very mad about this. Alright, so, I mean, but here's the thing. Okay, like, if I was able to have 2 copies of my own Android 16, my Android 16 would not die right here. This is post-revive Cell, and second form Cell wouldn't die right there. Then we get to turn 5, we'd have 16s active, 17s, right? This run is just a shitty friend unit casualty, is all this first run is, okay? So that's run number 1. Let's see what happens. All right, so now we start run number 2. Okay, here, let's... I mean, I do a lot of yapping. You guys know how it is. Okay. And then, okay, so we die right here. This is... Oh, I tried... Yeah, I mean, I guess... Whoops. God damn it. No, I accidentally pressed... Okay, let me see. Let's go back. So, I'm looking at this situation. Is there, like, anything I could have done differently? Nah, this just looks like... So this one is very fair, right? This is opening rotation, kind of like BS type thing, right? Ending up with a cell right there. Wait, whoops. I think I accidentally paused. I meant to press... Whoops, hold on. I meant to press play on this monitor, and I accidentally... But I think paused the recording on the other monitor. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, but this is just a loss off of opening rotations. Okay, and then the next one, I think, is where we get just within 1 sliver of winning, right? Yeah, so this is within a tiny sliver of winning. This is the difference of failing a couple of offensive procs. Then Gohan, dude, just barely killing us. It's on the friend 16, by the way. This is the second death in this video that's from the friend 16. So, both of these deaths right here that we've seen from the friend 16, my 16 does not die in the exact same situation. So, you know, I mean, all I'm looking at is just, this is just pissing me off about the friend system and having to use other people's shitty characters, right? And then the next run, we win. So, it's like, we have 2 deaths on the shitty 16, 1 death from opening rotations, and then a win. I don't know. This didn't feel as bad as I was thinking going in. It didn't. Now, I mean, maybe, you know, we definitely can say, like, being a victim of the friend list is something that, like, top tier teams don't really have, right? I run Omega. Most of the time, I would say it doesn't even, like, Omega's so good, his build doesn't even really matter, right? Right? Like, the Blues, in most situations, their build probably doesn't matter that much. Maybe if they fail dodge, you could say they could have more dodge, but, like the best characters and the best teams, you know, we're not really feeling that, whereas, you know, we're using the Android team, and it's like a shitty fucking friend Android 16 is brutal, and especially because... Remember, that friend 16 was link level 1. I think he might not have had defensive equips as well. And you just look at, like, link level 1, right, for a character like this. Let's just look at Android Assault and Gentleman. Relevant links for that run. Link level 1, 10% defense. Link level 2, 2 key, 20% defense. It makes a massive difference, right? Gentleman is just 2 key. Link level 10, 2 key, 10% defense. And the cells have this. So, like, it makes a massive difference. But I wasn't in this fight going, oh my god, this is hopeless. I didn't feel that way. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Did you see that? It just teleported by itself. What the hell? Okay, the 6LR format sucks. So, I mean, I would assume he's saying this. I saw he did one of these posts where he's, like, a very, like, high, like, Like, he watches the shit out of me, right? So, like, he hears me yapping away about these certain points, and, you know, he would come to his own conclusions or opinions off it. A lot of people, most people, I would say, I can't really think of any people I've seen who have said, oh, I like that we got 6 LRs. Seems like it's generally the unanimous opinion that people did not like the 6 LR format. I have said I would like them to do it again because I feel like that's the easiest way that they can, because people also want other characters to be part of these major celebrations. You know, something like Kid Goku, something like, you know, like a lesser hype character. If it's a 6 LR format compared to a 4, I think that's much more of a realistic thing, right? I think a lot of the complaints people had about the LRs, like, are not necessarily related to there being 6 of them. If you're gonna say, I think some of the animations weren't the best, I think that would be a cause of the 6 LRs. That would be true. But, I mean, none of the anniversary characters, their animations were, like, super bad. I mean, even Evolution Blue Vegeta, I think his looks good, but, you know, he only has his intro and his 3 super attacks, basically, right? Like, he doesn't actually have, like, an active or anything like that. That probably is the result of there being 6 LRs, right? This guy not having an active. I mean, his animations look good. Obviously, the Dokkan Fest animations are going to be great. We don't even need to talk about them. Super Saiyan 4 Goku's one of the best-looking characters. I think Goku and Frieza are fine. I mean, their actives are crazy. I guess, like, some of these animations are pretty, like, short and sweet. Like, Frieza just kind of comes in, Death Beam, bam, that's it. But a lot of characters who are designed to do, like, repeated additional supers do have kind of, like, short and sweet super attacks like this. I would call that, like, the LR Final Form Cooler theory. Because I want to say I remember talking about this with Diddy back in 2022. Where, like, this animation is very short and sweet. But this guy's designed to do, like, 3 or 4 of these in a row, potentially, right? That's, I think, why. It's just kind of like, it looks good, but it's just, like, kind of, like, especially when we're in 2 times speed, it just kind of goes really quickly. So, all right, but I think the 6 LR format, I'd like to see them do it again, one more time. Let's see if, you know, maybe people could enjoy it more. You know, frustrations with kits, I don't think is really a factor in 6 versus 4 LRs. I don't think so. Let's see what's said here, though. Only plus side, we get more niche character choices from each celebrations. Like, exactly. That's the point for it. Everything else about it wasn't good. Animations are compromised. Okay, which animations are compromised, though? Like, who? I don't. Like, I didn't look at these thinking, oh my god, that sucks. Like, this one, I guess, is also just, like, kind of, like, short and sweet. Not super long. I mean, that's Goku doing the Kamehameha from the intro, right? That, like, the anime opening, right? What about the 18 key? I mean, this is just... Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm crazy. I feel like this looks very good. And, like, the actives look good. I don't, like, are people mad at... I don't know that I've seen people complaining about Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's animations, right? People were mad at Gohan's power, like his kit. Yeah, I don't... This, I would need people to respond to this. I don't see it. I don't. TOP Legendary Summer Carnivals were horrible since you weren't even guaranteed to pull the... Oh my god, shut the fuck up, dude. Brother. That, now you're gonna make me mad. Let's just do, like, 25. We're on... This is global? Yeah, this is perfect. So this can hit us... Let's look at the... Yeah, this is perfect. So we want to look at, yeah, like the Gammas, or we want to look at, Gogeta's banner. Yeah, perfect, okay. So, okay. I mean, I don't know. Like which character would we take off? Like, okay, so you're talking about, damn, I really hated that I pulled STR Evolution Blue Vegeta instead of pulling like Int Rose or something. Like, you understand that? Like the slot where you would pull some character that's been in the game for a million years, right? Instead of a brand new character. Like, it's not like, brother, like look at some of these characters that are on these banners, right? Like, that's not like the presence of Evolution Blue Vegeta does not lower your chances to get Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Hype moments, Father Son Kamehameha, Turn Power Finale, what if felt like side pieces of the Dokkan Fest exclusive LRs. I mean, these moments are below the interest of fusions, though. Like, it's, in reality, they deserve much better. These are just arguments. This feels like arguments about Kit. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I would like to see them try a 6LR format. I mean, with this, they could potentially do like a Gohan and Cell plus like Bojack and Gohan thing. TOP finale. I think most people probably don't want to see more TOP stuff, although, like, for the first time ever, we have not had a Universal Survival Saga drop. I mean, I guess now we have this 17, but this doesn't really, like, it's not really the biggest deal. Like, we haven't gotten serious TOP stuff since May, all of a sudden. This may be the longest we've gone since the TOP existed. I'm so serious. Where they haven't done Tournament of Power stuff. It really might be. So. And then this, I mean, we could still get this at some point. So I'm not really too pressed about this. I don't know. We'll see. I would say it's much more likely we're just going to get 4 LRs for the 11th anniversary anyway. So it's mostly a moot point. But I would like to see them try it again. And if a lot of you guys would like to see shit like Kid Goku, this would make it much more a reality. Remember, I thought the biggest problem was they shouldn't have done 2 TOP characters, but they should have swapped one of them for, I thought, Kid Goku. 2025 is the best year in Dokkan history. Yeah, I think either 2025 or 2024. I think those 2 years are way ahead of everything else. And yeah, it's very similar to 2022, right? Same thing. Yep. Oh, yeah, TDC. Yeah, TDC was really weak, but I feel like a lot of these kind of like, you know, people haven't really cared when they're dropping, like, you know, Android 16. Most people don't really care about them. Or like Baby Gohan and Goten, or Dokkan Fest Baby, or Dokkan Fest Tao. Like, people haven't cared about these drops, basically. But the celebrations around them, I would say, have actually been quite good compared to old, like, you know, monthly celebrations of the past. Every single anniversary headline on EZA since the 5th anniversary EZAs was better on EZA than they were on release. Well, no. Well, I mean, no. I mean, I would say AGL So, no. UI Goku was better when he first came out. I mean, he's obviously really good, and he's going to be one of the best aging characters of all time. But, yeah, again, I would say UI Goku was better when he first came out, for sure. 7th anniversary LRs, that's true. Yeah, I mean, Vegeta, yes. Vegeta was much better on his EZA than his original release, though. That is true. That is true. AGL Cell. Yeah, I mean, AGL Cell's done some good stuff for me. It's hard to hate on AGL Cell when he really came through in this. So, we did the Hybrid Saiyan mission, which was very difficult. Took us 3 videos. I mean, an hour 40, 2 hours, an hour 10. Took us as a marathon. Whereas the Anthracite Cell Saga mission we did in 1 try. It was literally 1 attempt. And I remember AGL Cell, he choked. Yeah, right here. Right here, he chokes. This kid's got I have an offensive build on him. Right here, I think he goes super, normal, and then he misses the hidden potential system additional. And I was talking shit. But, skip to the end of the video, right here, and Cell actually comes through. By the way, 16 is a god. Like, able to deal with this Broly, and Saw 1 is crazy. And then Cell, yep, 16. He's a fucking demon. Look at 16 right here, dude. What a demon. Yeah, this is turn 9 Broly. Holy fuck, dude. Okay, and then Cell comes in, does his super, and I think he crits right here. Yup, crit super, beautiful. Normal, but it did still crit. Hit him attention system. Dude, that's so crazy. I think this win right here, I bet Cell dies to this normal coming up. Probably does. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, he's not guarding anymore, but he is next to Tech Cell, right? Which is good. So we would have had, and he's got Gentleman from 16. So this is a great situation for him. I'm uncertain if this normal kills him or not. I don't know. Broly is so fucking scary at this point, though. So this may, like, Cell procking the hidden potential system additional super right here really might have just, like, changed between us winning in 1 attempt versus us winning in 14 attempts, right? So hard for me to hate on him after he came through. AGL Cell came through. Big moment, big moment. 2 of the biggest fumbles in 2025 I do not see anyone talk about is these 2 being leaked by Dokkan themselves. I mean, I feel like maybe more people would think about that if it killed hype. I don't really feel like it lowered hype for these situations. It almost completely killed the hype in anticipation for the part 2 reveals. I mean, I don't know. Is that true? I don't feel like that's true. Especially in this, nah, but like here, that's Super Gogeta after people saying it cannot be Super Gogeta due to it being inconsistent with the roadmap because the banner unit, yeah, ended up being unrelated. GT trailer for part 2 out of nowhere. Maybe. I mean, I would say things are almost always going to actually be better if shit doesn't get leaked. So maybe I might just side with you on this one. Yeah. I would say it's always better if shit doesn't get leaked, but I mean, leaks are kind of unavoidable in like every avenue, right? Like games, movies, all of it, right? It's going to happen. Okay. Yeah, I definitely we probably would have just assumed it was maybe more future or something, huh? I don't know. Might have a good point right here. Yeah, and it's true. We don't really talk about these at all. That's true. Hate is super easy, eh? I mean, I definitely have not really found myself using him or much space to use him at all. Not only did they make him not good enough, they took away the identity of the character, the strength of his 12 key super. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would rather they do get away from that to make him very good. While also making him very mid. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. Yeah, that's mid is probably true. Him and Broly, like, they're okay. They're okay. We have had very crazy super easy A's, so. Well, hopefully Goku Black and Zamasu, Super Saiyan Trunks, and who's the other? It's Bojack. Right? No, because Gohan also super easy-a'd. No. It's just Trunks and Goku Black and Zamasu are the other 2 super easy A's from the original 5 LRs. Yeah, because Bojack was in the second wave. Along with Trunks and Goten and a bunch of other characters like that. The original 5, it was Gohan, Majin Vegeta, Broly, Goku Black and Zamasu, and then physical Trunks. Okay. Echoing Rhodey here, attempt limits are good. So I can understand why people hate them. I would only just say, for me personally, I would say it does increase my level of excitement. It can. But I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say, yeah, look at the quotes. Look at the quotes on this. I wouldn't say attempt limits are good, but like I can at least enjoy them. Don't think every single fight should have it. What we have right now is perfect. A couple of fights haven't given me incentive to come back to the game every single day, which is kind of what they want, right? They want people to, struggle, get frustrated. I'm out of attempt limits. Look at that summon button. you know, get daddy's credit card. I mean, I think that's the main purpose of attempt limits, right? But for me speaking, like for myself, it does, you know, again, like red zone fusion Zamasu. Load in, instant death from AoE. Load in, instant death from AoE. Load in, showcase character in slot 7. Dead before we get there. Now we're on attempt 4, and it's like, ha ha ha, I'm sweating, guys. Sure would love to see the character perform, but, you know, right? So, you know. Bandion's not using... Yeah, this was very... They should have easy Hachan, Android 8, along with Path to Power Kid Goku. Would have been a big deal. Sometimes it works out like Tech Sin. Yeah, because he was the Bandionette for Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Other characters are left in limbo. Dude, there's a lot of characters left in limbo. Let's just do this. Let's go in the JP Wiki, because this will give us the true dates. Let's just see, like, where are we going to get... Well, I guess we're going to go through a lot of, like, SRs and shit. But, like, what's, like, a super old TUR character who actually has not yet Easy Aid? These are all still mostly just banner units and shit. Okay, I might pause and come back once we get to one. Yeah, some of these characters, man, just completely unobtainable. What a bummer, right? Like this guy. Just completely unobtainable forever. Stupid. Alright, now we're getting to some kind of like TUR stuff. These guys still have to awaken. They haven't awakened yet. We're looking for a banner character. These guys also have to EZA. Alright, so now we're in the release. This is Buhan's original release. This is STR Omega Shenron's original release. Turles, dude. Jesus Christ. Turles is the oldest one. This is just a banner unit. Alright, this is just a regular banner unit. Still hasn't Easy Aid. October 29th of 2015. This guy hasn't Easy Aid yet. This is another unobtainable character. Gotenks. Arale stuff, who's not going to return. Yeah, here we go. These guys have not Easy Aid. Zangia needs an awakening, I believe. She's only an SSR. So this Gohan, yeah, this is nuts. This guy, this Bojack has an Easy Aid. This Bojack has an Easy Aid. Yeah, so still some real old ones back there. Android 8, STR Broly movie Trunks, Hybrid Saiyan support. Could be useful right now, right? 6th anniversary banner units. Yeah, that's strange. I guess they'll do that when we go back to TOP for the next time. Missions like Hybrids vs. Broly or Artificial Lifeform vs. Beast. Best content Dokkan could put out, other than releasing a straight-up new hardest fight. They should do these more often. I've said taking away maybe even like some login stones from celebrations or missions and making it like daily missions or some shit, right? And instead making it like these red zone type missions could be fun, yeah. It is. Dusting up units you wouldn't normally use and then having trouble with these fights. And this is the thing. Dokkan buffs... So they create these missions and then they will release characters to help them. So I would actually not be shocked. There's 2 missions they just dropped. I would not be shocked if we have major Hybrid Saiyan help and major Android/Cell Saga help on the way. I mean, another Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or something. But they drop really difficult missions like this, and then they drop help for these missions. Like, probably a summonable version. So, like, hybrids in particular probably would be the Part 2 LR. Like a Super Trunks, Super Vegeta, something along those lines, right? Type unit. And then I guess that also would hit Android/Cell Saga as well. Yeah, I bet you the Part 2 LR would really help in those missions. Oh, wouldn't be shocked if Carnival Trunks 10 days crushes the... Yes, yeah. I agree. Dokkan released too many tag units this year? Yeah, they did overdo it a bit. Like, Kale and Khalifa didn't need to exist. I guess you could say Gohan, Goten, and Trunks didn't need to exist. No problem with the blues and Rose, Goku Black, and Zamasu. They're fine. I think those are the 2 I would single out. Kale and Khalifa and Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. Those would be the two. Opposite issue Legends had with the synchro gauge. Yeah, because they dropped it and then they've not gone back to it for like 2 years or whatever. Hype for tag units kind of died down when they gave us 4 tag units in the span of 2 months. I still would say tag units are ridiculously awesome and fun, right? But I mean, yeah, like I can see that they definitely overdid that. Yeah, I agree. New Year's 2025, one of the most fun periods of Dokkan history. Dokkan Do, this was in Goku and Glorio. Burst Mode, Red Zone Kid Buu was so good. These guys, EZAs, yeah, vibes were good. Yep, sounds good. I was also playing Dragon Quest XI. Oh! One of the greatest. Super easy. Wait, what? We've had 17 Super EZAs this year. Only like 7 or 8 have been good. Here, let's start closing some of these. Let's take a look. I feel like they've been fine. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Let's look. Super EZA. Can I sort by just Super EZA? There might be a way, but I mean, I know what they look like, so here, let's just get rid of this. Alright, so Super EZA. Majin Vegeta, we could say he's mid. I think mid is the correct term for him. Broly, mid is the correct term for him. Okay, so we're not really doing too good so far. Trunks and Goten are they're good. I would say they're very good. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, is mid a correct distinguish for him? Fuck you. He's good. Nah. I think Dokkan Twitter, they missed the mark with this guy. This guy's good. I would say Omega's good as well. Those two are good. I wonder if in the past I've been too high on them. I don't really want to call them mid, but I don't know that I want to go all the way to good either. They're like trending good. I definitely like them better than Majin Vegeta and Broly. This guy for free-to-play I thought is really good. Yeah, but Blue Kaioken, I mean, he's certainly either mid or poor or bad or something, right? And then Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I mean, yeah, we'd say he's, like, bad. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it. Texel is elite. He's a legend. Gohan, I'd say he's, like, mid. I wouldn't say bad, I'd say mid. I hate STR Gogeta's design. I hate it. I would lean towards bad with him. Janemba, people always say that I actually don't give enough credit to this Janemba. But, I mean, that's just because he was a complete dodge character released in a meta where dodge, like, was not good for 6 months, right? So, wasn't really much of an opportunity to use him. A Super Vegito I hate, and then Buhan is like, legendary good. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem too good. We did have some really good Super EZAs, though. But, yeah, a lot of misses for sure. Free resources the game gave us this year have been disgustingly good. Dokkan Day, great free-to-play units, 44. Yeah, I mean, yeah, free. Yeah. I hopefully they keep this up. Dokkan Day needs to never leave. Yeah, I mean, this is true. I feel like people don't... This shit has been really good this year. Yeah. That's definitely... Like, if you're going to start talks of this being the best year in Dokkan history, I would think that these are, like, a major bullet in the chamber for that argument. He's effective, but I don't like him. Yeah, it's because the Great Ape... You don't see the Great Ape in the fights, like the difficult fights that most of us are running. Like Goku Black and Zamasu, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. Not because... like, Baby on his best setups, you're running him with Omega, and Omega turns these bosses into food within only a couple of short turns. So you're not even really seeing the Golden Great Ape. Dodge or Die. He's not quite as bad. In slot 2 and 3, he's rather consistent. It's when you gotta YOLO him in slot 1. Great Ape is, yeah, this is true. This is true. Leader skill is good. I do have a TUR list. Well, I guess my top 10 TUR list. I haven't made it live, but here's what it is. I do have Baby on the lower echelon of the top 10. This is what I think the top 10 is looking like right now. I feel like these two are both good arguments for number one. I'm willing to entertain either as one. And 17, I kind of want 17 higher, but there is a lot of still like tough dodge canceling fights. This looks good though. I like this. I like this. Physical VB Super is one of the least talk about hype units I've ever seen. Well, a lot about how underwhelming he is. Well, the problem is, yeah, this is why. He makes things harder than he helps in the Goku Black and Zamasu fight, which is the main fight everyone's doing, because Goku Black does AoEs and he's attacking everywhere, and Vegito Blue counters him and just juices his damage like crazy. So Vegito Blue, all he does is make the fight harder. And then, I mean, I feel like he could potentially be useful in the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight, though. Right? Because damage is so important there. Like, you know, if you're able to get him, you know, he can counter Trunks and Goten's AoE. You know, Gohan will not be hitting him hard enough to really damage him with normals. That could be a good video. This guy versus the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight. It would have been the hardest and most hated fight in history and release. I feel like this fight is thought of pretty positively because of how difficult it is. Jump into 1.8 million damage level supers. Yeah, like, if we go to... I kind of was thinking about making this a video where we just look through, like, what, like, videos have done the best. What the hell? This is up there? What the shit? Damn, I gotta do another one of these. 353? What the fuck? But if we don't... Yeah, here it is right here. And then, you know, randomizer race with Diddy and Nano is right there next to it. I mean, this was a crazy, like, period. This is also, like, the first major thing we got from Superhero 2. Because remember, the Gammas came, like, 2 months later. Yeah, I might do this. I'm going to do a video, and we're just going to look through, like, what are the popular ones. I could do this again right now with, like, Tech Blue Kaioken. Oh, God. Now that I said that, you guys will hold me to that. But, like, I think we could do this with Tech Blue Kaioken. There are worse characters. I feel like Tech Blue Kaioken is more of a meme, though, than, like, Daima Vegeta and shit like that, right? But, like, yeah, ranking every character in Dokkan until we get to Tech Blue Kaioken, I could definitely do that. We could definitely do that. This better be Anniversary. Almost every fusion last year. I think that this would be good. Namek, Goku, and Frieza, and then the Daima characters does sound like a great anniversary to me. I don't really think nearly anyone would be upset with that. I think that'd be pretty good to see. Oh, yeah, well, we're here. So, alright, guys, let me know what you guys think. We'll talk about some hot takes here or there, right? You know, we'll see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.